I want to introduce to you our visual artist this evening. And again, his name is Mr. Joseph C. Grant. If you've had an opportunity to view the exhibition, you can see that it's a very nice collection. Among some of the collectors, folks who flock to him and try to purchase his pieces are people like Bill Cosby and I think Alonzo Mourning and Isiah Thomas, and a whole host of other folks who find his work appealing. And I'm going to bring him up, I'm going to introduce him to you and probably get in one question or so. The pieces that are here will be up in the gallery until June 17th. They're all for sale. So this is an opportunity to interact with our featured visual artist, and maybe you might want to do a little negotiating with him if there's something in particular that you like. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our visual artist, Mr. Joseph C. Grant Jr. Sometimes when you work with artists, some of them are, they don't even want the spotlight, they're not into it. So I'm going to take a little chance here. I'm going to hand you the microphone and I'm going to give you the floor and you can say whatever you want. There's nothing that you can say that's wrong tonight because you are, yes, that is right. Mr. Joseph C. Grant.
I really don't do a lot of talking. I'm an artist. Everybody coming out and being a part of this evening, you can ask whatever question you want me. So that should give me more than one question. I mean, I'm not even talking much. Howard said all he can say about me. I don't know what else to say. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask me.
We'll take maybe one or two.
Yes.
What inspires you?
Life inspires me. Just going through life, I've worked in, like Howard said, I worked in Bedford Stuyvesant in Brooklyn, and just things that I saw every day, and I just always wondered why things moved the way they did, and I was sketching. I remember being about 4 years old, and I went to the racetrack with my father, my mother and father. The next day I went to school, and I drew the entire racetrack. And the class was like, and the teachers were like, where did you learn this? I took it to a racetrack. I also made Cap Calloway, but I didn't draw Cap Calloway.
Yeah, I noticed your pictures have elongated extremities. Unlike Botero, who made everybody so heavy and fat, that seems to be your signature.
Right.
On most of that. How did you get that, and why did you get it?
I'm not sure exactly where that came from, but the story that I know is that I used to be a dancer. So I used to dance, and I played a lot of sports. I played football. So when I'm drawing, it's just a constant motion of stretching and moving and bending. So the elongation is where most people stop. I just keep going.
Yes.
I just feel the movement.
I've never read Baldwin, so I don't really know much about him. But it's a lovely smile in the painting, and I'm just curious how you decided to give him a smile like that.
That's very interesting because most of the pictures of Baldwin you'll see, he has a scowl on his face. He always looks angry. He always looks somber. And I didn't, and the mood I was in at the time, I said, you know what, I don't want to paint him because I sketched it. I was sitting there with one of my sons, Carlton, and we were sitting there, we sketched it out, and I sketched a somber picture of him. And I said, you know what, and I drew it on the page, and I erased the entire thing. I said, I want to make him happy. And I want to put him in a place, because his books brought so much joy to so many people. Why should I paint him sad? I don't feel sad about it. So I wanted to put him in a light that people don't normally see him, which is a very happy, joyful James Baldwin.
Would you say that's Miles Davis in the jazz picture of the trumpet?
I would absolutely say that's That's Miles Davis, Thelonious Monk on the piano, Art Blakey on the drums, and very, very young Ron Carter on the bass. Yes, and I wanted to put that piece together because they never all performed together at one point, but they're all artists that I really admired individually. And so it's called One Night Only. So the only time you'll ever see them all together is in that painting.
Take one more.
I know that in your biography you mentioned that you were inspired by Norman Rockwell. Can you talk about that in terms of what it is that you pick up on in your paintings that comes from that?
Well, what Norman Rockwell, when I was young, I would always see like the Norman Rockwell painting. I never knew who painted the pictures, but it was just fascinating to me that he would just paint pictures of everyday life. And I would look at these paintings and I'd be like, wow, I want to do something like that. And when I saw, that's where that came from, just painting things that, just random pictures, nothing that really, I don't paint things that say, okay, I'm going to paint a picture and it's going to have a social commentary about this. I just paint regular things. And when I saw the show Good Times, being a young guy, even though I wanted to paint like Norman Rockwell, his experiences was a lot different than mine. So it was kind of hard for me to try to gel the two. When I saw Good Times, I said, that's how I live. That's kind of like my neighborhood. So I kind of put the two together, and I later on found out that JJ really didn't paint pictures. It was knowledge by Ernie Barnes. And I kind of combined the style of Ernie Barnes with the subject matter of Norman Rockwell, and came up with this style, this collection, half of this collection that you see now. Well, thank you very much.
Mr. Joseph C. Grant. The exhibition is called All Sold Out, and again it will be in the gallery, sold with an S-O-U-L-D-E, All Sold Out. And it'll be in the gallery until June 17th, and again, all the pieces are for sale. Are you in the mood for some music?